Here's a look at a recap of your markets on this Thursday, the 21st day of August. Cattle auctions around the state today. New Cambria livestock market, they had a light run today, going to be about 500 head or so. A couple of stick-out sales from there today include 16 head of 614-pound steers at $445. They had 42 head of 553-pound steers at $467.50. 27 head of 523-pound heifers in New Cambria sold at $448.50. Mid-Missouri stockyards in Phillipsburg, they're done for the day, 522 head. The market there sharply higher on light receipts. Steers mostly 12 to 22 higher. Heifers sold 6 to 18 higher. The steers, medium and large ones, some 4 to 5 weights at $455 to $497.50. Some 5 to 6 weights at $427.5 to $471. 6 to 7 weights at $400 to $435. The feeder heifers, medium and large ones, some 400 to 500 pounds, $419 to $445. Some 5.5 to 6 weights at $377 to $392.50. Some 6 to 7 weights at $375 to $388. Box beef cutout values. Choice was up $2 and a penny today at $407.86. Select up 44 cents at $383.60. Those values based on 74 loads of cuts, trimmings, and grinds. The Choice Select spread at $24.26. Negotiated feedlot trade, 46,818 head of confirmed negotiated sales so far. Most of the trade continues to be in the north, still not a single hoof in Texas for the last 2 weeks now. Kansas has reported 1,200 head so far this week, 237 to 240 live, a few dress sales at 383. Iowa, 19,306 head. Live sales have been from 242 to 246. Dress sales, 380 up to 390 on a few. A lot of those sales around 385. Nebraska, they've reported 21,647 head. Live sales have been mostly 245 to 247. Dress sales from 380 up to 392. Taking a look at the futures markets today on the Mercantile Exchange, things were mixed all day, just bounced around back and forth from higher to lower. August live cattle closed up 12 cents, 238.65. October 234.72 down 12. December 236.40 down a nickel. Feeder cattle for August, 356.37 up 60. September was down 7 cents at 358.02. October 358.10 up 42. Lean hogs for October 89.92 down 2. December 83.10 up 12. February up 17 at 86.05. Tomorrow's Friday, and of course we got the monthly cattle on feed report that will be published tomorrow afternoon. On feed numbers, pre-report estimate at 98.1, placements 91.2, marketings at 94.1. Turning our attention to the grain markets today. Not sharply, I don't guess. The beans were sharply higher. Corn contracts were higher. Wheat was slightly higher as well. A lot of that kind of seems to be on news of the Pro Farmer Crop Tour. A lot of disease is being found in corn, which has many of the crop tour analysis just not expecting that crop to likely be able to meet that 188 number published by USDA in August. Although the beans look to have a whole lot of potential, the extended dry period in the forecast has a lot of concerns there, whether or not those pods will finish filling out and that crop will be able to mature and reach its potential or not. And that really drove up the bean market today. Both old crop and new crop contracts especially. When we look at the cash bids today around at the elevators, soybeans were 10 to 20 cents higher, wheat up a dime, corn 6 to 7 higher. Corn bids at the elevators in St. Louis, $3.97 to $4, Kansas City $3.97. Soybean bids, St. Louis $10.16, Kansas City $9.71. Wheat bids in St. Louis 473 to 480. On the board of trade, September corn 7 1/4 higher, 387 1/4. December 411 3/4 up 7 3/4. March up 7 3/4 at 427 3/4. Soybeans, September was up 19 1/2, 1034 1/2. November new crop beans up 20 cents at 1056. January at 1073 3/4 up 18 1/2. Wheat contracts, September 1 1/2 higher, 507. December up 1 1/2, 529 3/4. March at 547 1/4 up 3/4 of a cent. Soybean meal for September up $4.80 a ton, $296.80. The further out contracts past this current nearby September, they were $1 to $3 lower today. Soybean oil for September up $2.44. 53.64. With the Missouri Department of Agriculture, that's a recap of your markets for Thursday. This is Tony Hancock.